That sounds great. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So, and this is her first training, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with the things we already talked to, but I'm gonna quickly bring her up to speed here. So, Ann, what we do is, one of the things we do is, I know you went through the MyEcon site. Everybody's done that. There's something as a marketer for agents. You know, that's what I do for my wife and her team. You guys, I discovered a really, really, really incredible tool and found a way for us to get paid, generate leads, as opposed to paying for leads. And the leads are incredible, because you're actually creating the leads. You're creating the lead as you're providing support. Okay, so here at MyEcon. MyEcon is basically the personal financial success company, but they have something called the Income Shifting Membership. And in the Income Shifting Membership, there's quite a few cool things in here. I'm gonna go over a couple of them. Okay, so somebody comes. Let me give you the sales funnel here. All right, so we're producing commercials right now. We're going to be doing a national campaign with a brand that we have called the National Employees. Now this is just a visual site here. This is not the site that, I mean, I'm completely renovating this and just hooking it up to the next level. It's going to be sharp, and my team's doing it right now. But I just like having a visual of things. I just put something up real quick so I can see it and see the flow. But so the company that we're doing the national television campaign is called the National Employees Awareness Alliance. Okay, I incorporated this company out of Wyoming recently, and it's just another brand, because I can't put MyEcon on the commercial, because then it's not fair to the other reps that are doing like the belly-to-belly network marketing and stuff like that. It gives us an unfair advantage. So I'm really good friends with the founders of MyEcon, and then I said, okay, this would be fair. So we created this. So this company's objective is just to empower American W-2 employees. That's our niche of people that we're going to be selling policies to. These are people that need solutions. It's very difficult coming into the business. If you haven't built up a tremendous book of business, it's very, very difficult, through my studies, to be able to get policies from savvy investors, savvy savers. You know, they generally do their homework. They generally have somebody close by that can service their needs and things of that nature. So I just tend to focus on the uninformed, the financially illiterate. It's the bigger pool of people, in my opinion. It's about 91% of Americans. So we focus on them, and then we find that about 85 to 90% of those people are W-2 employees. They have jobs. So we kind of just zeroing in. So we create this organization here, this business right here, empowering America's W-2 employees, advocating for W-2 employees. So this is how we come in, okay? We're not coming in selling policies because these people aren't looking. I mean, somebody's not looking to get a king crab and they're walking to the 99-cent store. It's not gonna happen, you know? They're not gonna walk a 99-cent store and say, yeah, can you point me in the direction of your king crab leg? I'm sorry, we don't sell those here. So in the insurance business, you want to sell policies, you want to, sell annuities, you want to roll over 401ks, you want to be the financial wealth coach in your client's life. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of clients over here that are W-2 employees that make between $30,000 and $120,000 that have nobody looking at them, nobody's interested in it. And it's just easy pick, because you can immediately move from just a person that they heard on the phone. You can move very easily and gracefully into a wealth coach for them. Their personal financial person, their person they call to make that helps them. And that's what we want. Because once they're comfortable with you, I'm going to show you then how to get into their warm market. But we discovered a way to get into their warm market without them having to face rejection. People hate rejection. They hate being told. They hate being excited about something. They go tell somebody about it, and other people aren't excited about it. That stops people from being excited. That stops people from sharing. So what we do is we found a way to be able to remove rejection from their conversations, from their attitude, from their environment, and be replaced with a satisfaction of brilliance, a satisfaction of being in compliance and integrity with IRS. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that. So as you're servicing people, the only reason to have a meeting with somebody is to schedule another meeting. So you're gonna have to be you're gonna have to work these calendars very well. You're gonna be shuffling around a lot of people. So, you're gonna need to make sure that I'm gonna show you how to work your calendars if you don't know how already, where you can block off the times that you're available. But when you're available, you gotta be available. And sometimes the people aren't gonna make it, but the calendar system that we have is pretty cool because it remind people 24 hours before the meeting, 1 hour before the meeting, and 10 minutes before the meeting. And it gives them a chance to opt out so you can rearrange their schedule. So that's kind of cool, but we're gonna have to be really good time managers, okay? Because we're not meeting any of these people in person. These people we're not meeting. Most of your clients you're never gonna meet unless they're in your area or you choose to go see them. But you're never gonna meet them, and your territory virtually just expanded across the whole entire nation. So, which means there's more people. It's the whole nine. And your teammates will be all over the country too. Okay, so we come in the door with this. The commercial that we're producing right now, we were doing the treatment was a family sitting at the table. After talking to some marketing geniuses and things of that nature, some of our mentors in the marketing and TV world, they said coming out being a brand that nobody knows, we need testimonies that look like them, sound like them, and basically have a rapport with the people that we're trying to bring in. So we're just going to be doing testimonies. And so I was on the phone yesterday with the founder of MyEcon, and he was giving me an update. He has a whole bunch of testimonies. People whose credit score raised several hundred points, people who have put several $1,000s back in their paycheck, people that have eliminated debt, people that because they got with MyEcon, different things of that nature. So the commercial's going to be primarily okay. When somebody signs up with MyEcon, we immediately distribute them to a support agent that needs to give them a call within literally a call or a text as soon as possible, but not longer than 24 hours. I like people to be contacted within a matter of an hour or two, to be honest with you. Hey, how you doing? These people are coming from TV, and the way we had the sales funnel set up is we're not giving them phone numbers or giving them a website. Take them to the website, and then the website is just going to be a landing page that's going to have a continuous close. They sign up for my econ, then immediately I take that my econ lead and send it over to a support agent. All the support agents are licensed insurance people. So we'll have their place of their state, so we can try to funnel out the people to the state that you're licensed in. But if you get somebody, that you're not licensed in California and you're in Florida, don't worry about it. Go ahead and you can still close it. You can still make it happen. You just have to write that business underneath my wife. My wife is the only agent that I can vouch for that I know is going to pay you and will transfer over the policy back to you as soon as you get set up in California or whatever. She'll do that, no problems, no questions asked. There's other people that you might want to keep up with, but that's the only person that I will vouch for that I know that's going to do that. Okay, so so we're going to get rolling. The first commercials are going to be running out of California because we're actually here in California. We have a lot of support in California. We have a lot of ground force here too, but we're 100% virtual. But we're going to be doing events and different things of that nature too, kind of just mixing it up in the community. So we'll start off in California with the TV. So a lot of the people that you'll be getting in the beginning will be out of California, but don't run off and spend money to get licensed in California unless you just have it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Like I said, you can write them underneath my wife and still get your full commission as she gets it from the insurance carriers. Okay. So this is what we're running here. So people are going to be calling for these stuff here. They're calling in to get an instant pay raise right here. This is going to be the biggest thing that people are going to be calling in for. Okay. So you got to be very eloquent how you deal with these people. You can't push insurance on them when they're calling for a pay raise because then they're going to feel like they got bait and switched. Now, this is not a bait and switch situation. What it is you're servicing and giving them support for what they need. So somebody calls in, I want an instant pay raise. Great. My name is Marcelo. My name is Anne-Marie. My name is Bruce. Let me help you get that accomplished. Okay? So when we're doing an instant pay raise, let me show you real quick. When you're doing an instant pay raise with somebody and it takes you 15 minutes, you're creating an incredible lead. Incredible lead. You got to pick the product that you put them in, but you're basically going to take them, and I got videos on how this works. The IRS recently changed their website. Their calculator here. A little bit different. If you look at some of the videos that I had on there, they're a little bit different than what the calculator looks like now. So I just haven't had time to do an update of the tax withholding estimator video because it's a little bit different. Buttons are a little bit different places. Everything's the same. It just looks a little bit different, and it's actually more user friendly now than it was ago. But I'll get that video out as soon as possible. I just been I've been focusing on the commercial, making that the priority. Okay, so like the filing status. Okay, so this is how you help somebody get an instant pay raise. IRS says in documents on this website that 80% of people fill out a W-4 wrong. That's why they're getting a refund at the end of the year or they end up owing taxes. If they're getting a refund, it's not because they're a financial genius. It's actually the exact opposite. They actually gave the IRS an interest-free loan for the better part of a year. And the IRS says, okay, we'll settle up the middle of next year. Okay. So we want to take that money and we can put it into use because the IRS actually asked them to put that money into the economy, pay down debt, or save it, and get a return on it because they're not. It's bad stewardship to be able to just to give the IRS the interest loan. And the IRS is one-sided. If you owe them money, they will charge you interest. If they owe you money, they won't charge. They won't give interest. Okay, So let's just say we're dealing with somebody here that's single. Now you got to remember when you're dealing with somebody, if they're married, that's two policies, and you know you're gonna find out if they have children or whatever the case may be. When you're talking to people, don't be so worried about the sale. Be interested in them. The number one thing that people like to talk about is themselves. So just give them that. Give them that. Talk about them. Get to know them. Have you some notes nearby? And I would do a paper and pencil note, because when you're talking to them, because you're going to be doing this through Zoom like this, they can hear you typing. And so they're thinking you're multitasking. Even though you might be typing down notes of the meeting, if you have a keyboard that they can hear you type, it's not a good look. Because they feel like you're multitasking and you're just, you know, you've been doing this so long that you can do 10 things while you're talking to them. You know, kind of like, you know, like when you're driving home and sometimes you ever meant to go somewhere else on the way home, but you end up in your driveway and you're like, oh man, I want to go here, but you're just programmed to kind of go in there because you've been doing it so long. They're going to feel like that. So you want to make the people feel special. Okay, so I recommend just write down on a piece of paper your notes while you're talking to them. What's their kids' names? What do they want to talk about? They want to talk about their kids? So you get here, let's say you get here, let's say, okay, he's single. We do that. Does anybody claim him as a dependent on their tax return? No. Do they claim dependents on their tax returns? He said, I said, do you claim any dependents on your tax returns? Now, we're just going through, they have their paycheck stub at this meeting. This is a 15-minute Zoom meeting that they're in front of a computer. And we're doing exactly what we're doing right now. You're asking them all the questions right here, and the IRS calculator is going to tell them exactly what to do. You're not giving tax advice. This is what the IRS calculator says do, and we are at the IRS calculator right here. This is the IRS website, the official website of the United States government. All right, do they have dependents? Yes. How many? This is going to be the next question. Let's say they have 2. Oh, really cool. Boys or girls? Oh, I got a boy named Jimmy. Awesome. How old is Jimmy? Jimmy 14. Oh, that's so cool, man. When's Jimmy's birthday? Get down his birthday. Because it means a lot when you send little Jimmy out a nice little postcard or a nice little card out for his birthday. With a little, you know, with a $5 or $10 Amazon gift card in there. We wanted Jimmy to have a special day on his birthday from Anne Marie. You know, thanks for letting me help you, whatever, helping you protect your family. You know, stuff like that. Those little things go a long way. So you want to, and then those are the things that I'm going to be helping you, and I'm going to be able to automate this stuff for you. Okay, like when we have like sales funnels and we have autoresponders and stuff like that. You know, I always say, like, we can send them out an email, we can send them out a text on their birthday and stuff like that. But I always say, I'm finding out that the most successful agents take a little bit more time and just send out a card. Send out a card, you know, and if you do a card, you put some thought into it, you spend some minutes. I mean, you can literally go to Walmart and buy cards, you know, spend 20 minutes picking out just a nice card. Birthday for children, boys, birthday for children, girls, birthday for adult male, female. And, you know, you can buy them both. You can buy them from Amazon, whatever the case may be. You have them sitting at your desk. And through the CRM that we got through Salesforce, through WFG, everybody's information and all the policies that you've ever written are going to be, you know, birthdays are right there. Okay. But I say keep your own records too right here, because it's a good idea. So you got 2 dependents. So, okay. So Jimmy 14 and Alice is 8. Great. Okay. You're putting together your lead right now. Okay, we're not talking about insurance or anything. All you're doing is you're helping them get what they pay for it. So they have a regular job that receives paychecks. That's subject to federal income tax, yes. How many jobs do they have? One. Do they have a pension? Do they receive income from a pension? No, still working. Okay? And there's some questions here. You know, if he's 30 years old, he's probably not getting Social Security. You can ask them these kind of questions. They're looking at them too. They'll tell you yes, yes, no, no, because they're on the Zoom with you. You're selling a policy and providing a service all virtual through Zoom. Okay? So let's just say none of this stuff applies to them. Let's say they're not blind, they're not that. We go to the next. Do you expect to hold your job all year? Yes. How frequently are they paid? They're paid twice a month, 1st and the 15th, okay? Twice monthly. It's different between twice monthly and every 2 weeks, okay? So every 2 weeks, you get a couple more checks in there a year. Okay, but we're just gonna say twice monthly. Okay? In the most recent pay period in. Okay, let's just say, what's today? The 16th? Let's say it was the 15th, okay? What's the total wages of what they expect? Let's just say $50,000. Okay. Do they expect any bonuses? No. Use the most recent pay stub. Enter in the taxes from the last paycheck. Okay, on a $50,000, that's about $4,000 a month. I'm gonna put them at about $450 a month. Okay, for the sake of this year, about $450 a month. So it's going to be $225 a check. Okay, $225 a check. Okay, now remember, when you're doing this, they have their paycheck stuff. Okay, the way that when they come into the funnel and the meeting's set up, once you call them up and you send them your calendar link, right? And just have them register right there with their calendar. You can text it to them or whatever the case may be, or you can text it or email it to them, preferably text. They go in there and set the appointment on your calendar just to confirm it after you tell them, yeah, that works. You send them the link. Well, the system and the technology is going to tell them what to have at the meeting, and you can reaffirm that to it with them too. You say, look, when we meet tomorrow afternoon at 4, I'd like you to have your most recent pay stub. Is that available to you? Remember, you can make asks because you haven't asked for anything. All you're doing is providing support. You don't have to worry about them being cocky or acting real cute with you, because you're there to help them. So they're going to do their best to get the paycheck stuff for you. Yeah. If they can't get their paycheck stuff, like I did somebody the other day, they couldn't get their paycheck stuff because it was all online and stuff like that. They just get a paycheck, deposit right to their account, and they got to request the stub. And so I said, yeah, just grab anyone. Because all I want to do is look at how much you're paying in federal taxes. That's the only thing we're doing is looking at federal taxes right now. We're not looking at Social Security. We're not looking at state taxes. We're not doing all that. We're just looking at strictly federal taxes, which generally is the biggest expense on most checks. All right. So the most recent pay stub, enter the federal taxes so much. Okay. So if it's $450 a month, how many months have we seen this year? Okay. So we're at 10. I'll show you guys right here. So that's 1 month, January, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, and then they've already had 2 checks here. So this has been a total of 20 checks. So 20 times 450 is $4,500. And so far, these are the only two. This is why you need to see their check, just for these 2 numbers right here. Okay, and most people aren't even going to know this number right here. How much federal taxes are coming out every month. Believe me, they're looking at it and they're throwing up every time they get a check and see it. Okay, all right. Okay, do they contribute to a refer plan? That's the next question. Yes. Most people have a little 401k they're playing if they're with a credible company, you know, Fortune 100 company or something like Fortune 500 company. And most of the time they're paying into a 401k. All right, you want to ask them. You're developing the lead right now while you're helping them. The 401k, yeah, I contribute to my 401k. Okay, how much do you contribute a month? Well, I can contribute $100 a check. I want to contribute more, but I'm doing $100 a check right now. Okay, so we know that's $200 a month, but they get paid twice a month. Okay, how much do they contribute? How much do they anticipate contributing per year? Right here, 100, $200 a month is 2,400. Okay, now you want to get really good at your rollover game. And I'm going to bring in the top salespeople from the insurance companies to teach you the rollover. When somebody has a 401k and their money's in the market, and people are trying to get out of these things because the market is volatile. It might go down. You know, I've seen days where Trump sent the tweet out and the market went down 400 points, 600 points. I've seen days where he sent a tweet out and it went up 600 points. But every time it goes down, people are losing their 401k if it's in the market, and most people's money is in the market. So we can get them into a place of protection that's principal protected through the IUL. Because wealthy people save money in insurance policies because it bills tax-free. And you're never going to have a bigger expense than taxes. It bills tax-free. So it's so hard for almost any other vehicle or an investment to beat it. And it's principal protected, guaranteed not to lose money. And you can borrow money out of it and still get 100% interest on what you had in there. So it's amazing. I sent you guys a book, and I'll send it to you too, Anne-Marie, about the what the Rockefellers do and how they built their family dynasty, putting money into whole life policies. We've been doing it for 4 generations. You know, so it's really a good way to build wealth. We really believe in it, and it protects the family too against losses. 401k doesn't do that. You get sick, 401k is not doing anything but saying you got to pull money out to pay your bills. Well, if you took that money that they were putting in a 401k and they dropped it into an insurance policy, if they got sick and you got a long-term care rider in there, they can use that money right there and not even have to tap their savings. If they die early, the beneficiaries are going to get a nice check. And it bills tax-free. If they want to just borrow money against it anytime they want, they can. So if they got $200,000 sitting in a policy and they borrow $100,000, they're still getting interest on $200,000. Okay? So all this information, you want to write down everything you said because you're going to do this twice. You're going to do this twice. You're going to do it one without the tax deductions, what they're currently doing right now, and then you're going to do one with the tax deduction. Because the difference between that money is what you're going to take and sow it into their future. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Do they have a cafeteria plan? We'll just say no. Okay, so I'm just going to write down now the information I put. The short pencil is better than a long memory. Okay, remember, use your mind for creativity, not storage. When you're talking to these people, write down, please. Don't try to remember it because you're not going to look like the professional you are if you come back and you're like, what's that number? Or the numbers are different because you forgot to write it down. Okay, you only get one chance to make a first impression. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit different than the old calculator here. Okay. So right here, we're not going to make any adjustments because they just got the business. We're just going to have them take the standard deduction. Okay, now when it comes to this, it is based upon the information that we've inputted to qualify for tax credits for dependents. I would recommend you look at the tax. You look at them. You say you have 2 dependents. Is that correct? Yeah. Right. And I would go through this with them real quick. This is giving them knowledge. The more financial, remember, you're a teacher. You're helping these people move from being financially illiterate to financially savvy or financially literate. You're changing their life. You're protecting their family. You're the person that they're going to thank when they wake up at 65 and they got a big pot of money. By you just redirecting some of that money, by shifting that money. And the beautiful thing I like, when I first started working with my wife, and I was developing a plan to help her, and I would go to the meetings with her, I would see her sit there and talk to people with a budget analysis. And she could never figure out, and I couldn't either, how somebody would make, let's say, $60,000 and they didn't have $300 to invest in their future, in a policy to protect their family. And you don't have no money? Man, I don't even have an extra $300. You don't have an extra 200, not even an extra 200. I'm underwater right now. Most people owe over 100% of what they make. They're at about, most people are at somewhere between about 103 to 110%. They're underwater. Okay? So she would sit there, and so we said, okay, let's look at all your bills. So they put all their bills down on this paper called the analysis, financial analysis worksheet. And then we find out that the people spend $8 a day at Starbucks. So 8 times 30 is $340 or $3,200. I mean, 320 a month. Oh, then they have premium cable. That's $200 a month. They can get rid of all those channels and go down to the $99. That's another $99. So we just found four at $420. And there's a few other things that they do that you might find $500, but guess what the people aren't willing to do? Starbucks is a part of their culture and what makes them happy. They like jumping in that line, they like walking around with that cup. They'd rather have that than brew coffee at home. That social experience is more. They put more value on that than having than protecting their family. So I was seeing over and over people's family protection, people's health protection, and people's loss of income protection because a bill's cash free. You can use the money. Lose out to Starbucks and like Game of Thrones. It was a trip to me. I'm just like, it was really frustrating to me. I'm like, how could you even make that decision once you're aware of what you're doing? So instead of arguing with these people because it's their money, what we did is we just found another way to find some money that's not already spoken for because they haven't discovered it yet. So that's what we're doing right now. So you're going to claim that money before they start spending it. Okay, because after you go through this stuff with them, you're going to come back. And you're gonna have some illustrations. Okay, you're gonna have some illustrations, and you're gonna show them what $200 a month looks like. And while you're talking to them, they don't think you're selling them. They think you're providing customer support, which you are. It's just what you do is when you discover people's situation, being a licensed professional in the industry, you have families that set up for generations to come. Okay? All right, we're going to move on. I'm just going to do it with no tax credits here. Okay? All right, there it is. That's what the IRS does. So right now, without any deductions, we're overpaying $1,500. Okay? So if we take $1,500, this is as is without them even taking one business deduction. 1,568 divided by 12, that's $130 a month. So the minimum right now, if they don't take any business deduction, you want to offer them a $100 policy, but not right here. Okay? So you're going to take a quick snapshot of that. You can write it down. I got a form that I'm going to send you that all these questions are on there. You can write them right out. You can print out and write it right out. Okay? And so all these numbers and everything, I make it real easy for you. Okay? All right. Let's take a look now. So we're at, they're paying $56.25. They're only supposed to pay $4,057, and they're overpaying $1,560. So right now, you just help them put $1,500 back in their paycheck. $130 a month. And we just getting started. Okay? Now, what we do, I like to even take, what I like to do is I like to take a picture on my phone. So I would take a picture of the screen like this on the phone so I can send it to them later in the email if they don't buy with me. All right, so I took a picture. All right, now we're going to move. Let's go start back in the beginning. Start over. Okay? Everybody told you to write everything down. I'm going to have the form for you anyway. But right here, we're going back. Single. Nobody's complaining them. They have two dependents. Everything's the same. Put down the exact same information, 50,000. $225, 4,500. Tax referred, yes. They put in, remember, the year, 2,400. Now you're gonna come back and look at the 401k too, because you're gonna ask them when you're going through this part, do you have a 401k? They say yes. Doing this. You ask them, how much money do you have in your 401k? Most people are very proud of that and they'll know that. They'll tell you, I got 60 grand, I got 120, I got 300, whatever the case is. Don't make a big deal and sit there and start trying to sell them right there. Just write down the information. Okay, so this, I'm gonna say this guy has 200 grand in a 401k. We'll just say that. And then he'd be like, yeah, this new one, I only got 30,000, but on my last job, I got 300 grand. Well, if you know his last job, if he's not working there no more, that means you can move it. We got plans. I'm going to bring on people to teach you how to do rollover. We love them because there's no chargeback, and you can get people sometimes 150%. They give them more than it's worth, so it can cover any penalties and stuff. So if somebody doesn't have a penalty, that's just extra cash that they can get interest on. So how many people would like to get interest on 150% of their money? I don't know anybody that won't. But there's a technique to doing it, and I'm going to bring in the best people that I've discovered to be able to do it. People that do millions of dollars of these a month. They teach you right on Zoom. Okay? We got CPAs that we work with that in certain states, in Florida, it's very different. You can't really do marketing fees. Affiliate fees are very strict out there because of the level of fraud. But like I know in California, Texas, Georgia, and most other states, you can give referral fees, affiliate fees, and different things of that nature, marketing fees to like CPAs that bring you business. So we have CPAs that bring us business, and they don't want to get licensed insurance because they don't want to do too much. So we pay them up to what the law allows us to pay them. And they bring clients over, and then, you know, the clients have extra money. They're like, look, you need to do this, this, and this. You can roll some money into here. It's going to bill tax-free. We'll cut down this, and it makes sense because they're all over their books anyway. Okay? So we'll get to that, too. We're teaming up with a lot of CPAs, tax preparers, and stuff like that. Okay? Everybody is going to want to work with you because you're helping people win. You know what you're doing. You're easy to get along with. You're very efficient. You're very professional. You guys are just, I've had a chance to talk to all three of you, and all of you guys are incredible. So this is going to be like a piece of cake for you. Just, all you got to do is just be who you are, genuinely care about your customer, you know, and you're going to be fine. And your bank account and your paychecks are going to reflect that. And we're going to work on building you a passive team, a team that, you know, you're going to be overriding, that you'll be making money all over the country, making money from teammates you never met before. Okay? So that's what's coming up. Okay, so we're going to go. Okay, do you want to take any adjustments? Yeah, we're going to see the adjustments. Now this time, we're taking adjustments. Okay? So we're going to, down here, business credits. We're going to give them $30,000 in business credits. Okay? Now, this right here, people are going to be like, $30,000 in business credits? Oh, man, I don't want to get audited by the IRS. I don't want, you know, this. What do you mean $30,000? Well, on your screen, you're already going to have popped up. I'm going to give you this. There's a book. There's a book I'm going to need you to read called, it's called Home Business Tax Savings Made Easy. I'm going to need you to read that. You don't have to be a tax professional, but you need to learn a little bit of the lingo. Okay? You're not giving tax advice. All you're doing is just stating what the IRS has on their website. So I have this little website right here called IncomeShiftMe.com. I'm going to give you this PDF. I need you to pull it down, because when you give somebody $30,000 in deductions, you might hear like, whoa, hold on now. Hold on. I don't want to be, I don't want to cheat the IRS. How am I going to get $30,000? Okay, so we're going to go right here. Tax deduction memory jogger. You want to have this already pulled up. This tax deduction form here is written by Dr. Ron Mueller, who wrote the book, The Home Business Tax Savings, I just told you about. He's a major player. Major. He used to work for the IRS and everything. PhDs and this kind of stuff. The IRS looked at his book and all his writings and signed off on it and improved it. It's absolutely incredible. I got the PDF version I'm going to send to you. But these are all the fees that are tax deductible that people might forget about. And this isn't all of them. This is some of them. So you want to tell somebody, you want to say, like, look, how many miles do you drive to work a day? They say, man, well, here in California, we're going to say 50 miles. That's a regular thing out here. So 50 miles. And Anne-Marie, you can vouch for that. They put a lot of miles on their cars out here. Yeah. So you say, okay. Now, the IRS says that if you go from home to work, it's not deductible. But if you go from home to work to a temporary office location, it's always deductible. So a temporary office location is them stopping by on the way home from work or on the way to work stopping at the convenience store to get gas, some bubble gum, a lottery ticket, whatever. And if they bump into somebody there, hey, how you doing? My name's Jimmy. I don't want to take much time, but I'd like to hand you this card. This is Anne-Marie. This is Marcelo. This is Bruce. They helped me put money back into my paycheck and brought more money to my family. I don't know if this will help you, but they're open to talk to you. Here's their card. Well, they're marketing for you and building your warm market, and the reward isn't an attaboy from you. Oh, way to go. They're going to get that. It's to stay in compliance with the IRS. Because when they pass your card out, that's called a business presentation. That whole entire trip is tax deductible at 58 cents a mile. Plus gas. So they're not worried about being rejected because the IRS says we don't give out business tax deductions so you can pay less taxes. That's not why we're doing this. We're doing this, we're giving you business deductions so we can stimulate the economy, hopefully eventually create jobs, which will help people, help the economy, strengthen America. So the IRS says there's 3 conditions involved in getting these deductions from us legitimately. 1 is you have to be profit intent. It can't be a hobby. You have to be intending to make a profit. Now, you don't have to make a profit, but you got to be profit intent. I mean, for crying out loud, Uber hasn't made a profit any quarter that has been in existence, and it's been 9 years. They're regularly losing $100 million a quarter. But they're enjoying all those benefits. You see in the news right now, especially during the Democratic debate, they're pissed that Amazon's not paying taxes. And they bring in almost $1 trillion a year. Amazon's just smart. They're just following tax laws. They're not doing anything illegal. So that's number 1. They got to be profit intent. Number 2, they got to do regular and consistent business. And number 3, they got to be able to keep good records. You got to run like a business, keep good records. Well, the keeping good records is in the MyEcon back office, right here, the cash flow manager. This is the best record keeping software that I've ever seen in my life. My wife and I, we have double-digit positions in MyEcon. It's like real estate to us. So when we find somebody that's really taking off of MyEcon, we'll buy a position underneath them. And when we help them build their business, we build that position, which they benefit from, and then we benefit twice. So this is just one of our accounts here. And I'm just going to say business marketing. Yeah, the company lets you do it. It's all good. These are some receipts. My wife and I, when we go out to dinner, I tell my wife, honey, we need to go have a business meeting. She says, okay. That's our code for let's go on a date. I take her wherever she want to go. And we discuss a little bit of business because business is our life. And that whole dinner is deductible. But we still, in the middle of our business meeting, a date broke out. That's okay. When we go travel, in the middle of our business trip, our anniversary broke out. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff is available to people that just don't know how to work it. And so you're going to help them work it. And all you're doing is referring them to information on the website of the IRS. You're not giving them advice. You're just saying, what does this say? That's it. And it's self-explanatory. The IRS is a dog that people are scared of, but most people don't turn around and see if the dog has teeth, because the IRS don't have no teeth. They've been defanged. It's like a you ever been gnawed on by a puppy? That's what it's like, the IRS. But they can be vicious if you try to cheat them, but you don't have to cheat them when they give you the playbook to beat them. Okay? So all this information is in here. It's simple. So if they do get audited, their mileage log is in here. All the receipts are in here. They can hit one button. One button. One button, and they can email all that information they want. They can send it to the IRS. The IRS is saying, okay, well, you got it together. You got a mileage log in here. And you know with the mileage log, you know you only got to keep records for 3 months. It's either 3 or 4 months. And then you just times it by 3. You know how to do it for the whole year. So if in 3 months you're averaging $10,000 in deductions on your mileage log, you don't have to do it again for the rest of the year. They take like it's either 3 to 4 months. I'm not sure, but I'll check for you. So they make it real easy. And it takes literally 90 seconds a day to put information in here. We just make it a habit when we go out to dinner, as soon as we get the bill, before we even give them the credit card, because you can't write off the tip, we take a picture of the receipt and send it right here to the cash flow manager, which goes right here to assigned receipts. And then we assign it to what it is. Business expense, is it for meal, whatever. So this stuff, this is what you're gonna have to train people on this. But it's so easy because it's all self-explanatory and self-training videos in the MyEcon system. The MyEcon system is developed for do-it-yourself, DIY. I just think it's a great idea for our licensed insurance agents to show people how to use it, since you want to be a financial genius in their life. You might as well help them out and give them some support. Because they're giving you policies. They're going to be out there referring you policies after 6 months from now, when they've been saving $200 and it's been a breeze. They might want to buy another policy for another $100, $200. So they might have got a raise on their job or whatever. They're walking around their job showing their friends these policies. And they might come back to you and say, yo, I got a little bit of salesman in me. I used to do this, and I know right now I'm doing this, but how hard is it to get licensed? Well, put them on your team. Very simple. I'll help you every step of the way. Sign them up under you. You're going to have gone through the training with me, so you know exactly what to tell them. Hey, I'm going to send you to this guy in California that helps train our team. He's going to get you rolling. I'm here for you if you have any questions. I go get them in the shape for you, get their mind right, get them rolling, and then I send them on the track with you. You run with them. My objective is to work on your passive income while you're building your active income. I'm going to supply you leads for your active income. But the majority of my time is going to be focused on your passive income, which is building your team. I feel like that's the greatest contribution I can make to your financial life, is helping you build a passive income. So while you're working on your active income, doing policies, doing stuff like that, teaching people how to refer for you, mailing out business cards so they can pass it out at the gas station or at church for you, whatever, I'm going to be working with the teammates that come on your team, and I'm going to help whip them up. Because I find that it's a little bit tough when you're writing policies, you're having to take time out to work with people that are brand new on your team, because you can't neglect them. So I can work with them. the company pays us a lot of money. Everybody that we help develop $100,000 a year income on the low end. My family receives $17,000 up to about 50. And my wife and I are building this business because this is transferable wealth to our children. We have a lot of businesses, a lot of real estate businesses, a lot of consulting businesses, stuff like that. Where our business partners are not when the way we have our businesses set up, we're not doing business with each other's children. So if something's happened to us, they cash out our kids. If our kids make a bad financial decision, it's like we never existed in their life financially. So there's a lot of value for us. And this is at the top of our priority list, is to build a team of 6-figure and 7-figure licensed professionals, because I'm very confident, I'm about 98% that if I can help you make $100,000 sitting at home part-time doing this, that you'll probably do business with me your whole entire working life. No matter whatever else you want to do. You got money to do investments, all that other kind of stuff. But I'm pretty sure that if I can help you do that, I got a partner for life. And once you get a hang of it, you can start training people on different things of that nature. And all of our children that are over 18 years old, we have together. Some of them are in the business, some of them aren't. We have 11 of them. So I tell you that because this is our long-term dream. You guys are actually contributing to our dream, you being successful. So we're going to work our hardest to help you become successful. 1, because you deserve it. 2, because it's what we love doing. And then it's just icing on the cake that is going to benefit our generations to come. Okay? So you're going to help them do this. Okay? All that software is right here. Here's your memory jogger. We just gave them $30,000 in deduction. We're just going to say itemized deductions. Okay, we went through this already. Let's see here. Taxes they pay. I'm going to say they don't have a mortgage rate. Itemized deductions. Tax credit. Okay, do we see the difference? This is where I need you guys to give me some feedback. Anna Marie, Bruce, Marcelo, I need to hear from you.
I was on mute, sorry.
No problem.
Same here. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
So look at this. Look at the difference with $30,000 in deductions.
It's profound. It's utterly mind-boggling.
So if they get paid twice a month, you divide that, I guess, bi-weekly, I mean, you can divide that 82 by 26. And that's what they'll be receiving in every paycheck.
In every paycheck instantly, starting at the next one.
And then next cycle?
Then next cycle, because all they got to do, is turn in their W-4. So the IRS has the form right here, W-4. All they do, and it tells them right here in the information, let's take a look. It tells them exactly what to do.
Okay, and they say, I want to do this. So we take them to the website for MyEcon, correct? And they need to enroll us.
No, they're already signed up with MyEcon before you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the people that you're working with aren't going to be on your MyEcon team.
Oh, okay, I see.
I have several hundred people on our MyEcon team that are not licensed.
Yes.
Their focus is to get people to sign up for MyEcon.
And then they send them through the licensed professionals.
They don't even send them to them. I take them.
Oh, okay.
If we're giving them the leads, we provide leads on that level too. So if we give them leads, even if they go out and generate their own leads, they bring it to us. The agent provides the support. Now you're going to hit a double whammy. You hit a double whammy if they're on your My Econ team too.
Okay.
So I do have a question. Is there going to be a Q&A time, or is that we send you our questions, or what?
Yeah, so what happens is, now you show them this, right? So you know. So you tell them this, you say this. At this point right here, you say we need to schedule another, because right now you're at about 15 to 20 minutes unless they have questions, okay? We want to operate in time integrity. So you tell them, look, I'm going to get back with you. I need another 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to bring you back some important information, and I'm going to show you how to make this a reality. I'd like to get with you in the next 24 to 48 hours. When's good for you? Because they have questions. Like, how in the world am I going to get $30,000 in tax deductions? That's the main question they're going to have. And you're going to break it down to them so beautiful, it's not even going to be funny. So you got all your data on, you just created at this point. Would you agree that that's the best lead you're ever going to be able to get?
Absolutely.
You know their 401k. You know how much money you just put back into their check. You know how much money they pay. You know how many dependents they have. You know how much they're contributing to their 401k. You know everything right now at this point. You know if they're filing marriage, jointly, single. You know all that. So at this point, we go. We say, look, we got to get back with you. I need another 15 minutes to show you how all this works. When's a good time for you? They're going to try to book it. Some people are going to say right now, you can't do right now because you're not going to pull your illustration.
Right.
So you can't give it to them right now. You got to tell them, you know, I got another appointment in a few minutes, but I'm definitely going to finish this up with you. I'm going to do some research based upon all the information I got with you. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to make this a practical reality that's going to benefit you and your family for life. And I'm going to show you all the neat tools and stuff that you have. It's a good time we can get together in the next 24 to 48 hours. Well, tomorrow, can we do it the same time tomorrow? Sure. Look at your schedule. Book them. 20-minute meeting. In between your 20-minute, and when you schedule meetings for 15 to 20 minutes, give yourself an hour because in case they have questions. Especially on a follow-up one because you're going to be selling the IUL, so you might have to do a little bit more explaining. So now you help this person right here. Right here, it tells them. Look what it says on the W-4. On line number 5, enter 11. Let's take a look at the W-4. And it's the IRS telling them to do this, not you. Line number 5, you see right here, the total number of allowances, number 11. You know, most people think on line 5, that's dependents. They have many children they have, so they might put 1 or 2.
That's where everybody makes the mistake. I did too, yeah.
Yeah, but it's allowances. So they said put 11 here. They take this, put 11 right here. You can help them fill this out and email it to them. All they got to do is turn it into their employee HR department. A lot of them were finding out they have their HR department in the cloud. Even like the government, the federal government employees, they go right online and change their line 5 real quick and then reflect on tomorrow's paycheck. So all they do is fill out line 1, married or single, 4, that's it. Sign it, date it, that's it, and they get the pay raise.
Brilliant.
IRS tells them exactly what to do. Now you just help somebody put $5,082 into their paycheck. 5,082 divided by 12. That's $423. So your 423, this is what I recommend. While you're talking to them, there's another piece of software that you're going to have to get used to called the Cash Flow Strategist. It's right through the Cash Flow Manager. The Cash Flow Strategist, and you're going to walk them through this. Once you help somebody walk through this one time, you're good. This is part of your wealth coach call. This is after you got the policy and you're rolling in that, and then you start rolling in this because you don't want it to be a one-hit wonder. You don't want to pop in their life, get the policy, and pop out. Because once they got a policy that's in their environment, we're going to teach them to post it on social media and all that kind of stuff so other people can get. We have people who show their policy on social media. Look, my family's protected. Call Bruce, call Marcelo, call Anne Marie. They can help you with your number on the bottom. We designed that whole flyer for them. So you gotta, when you're talking to them, like when they like before you even start, you're gonna ask them, because I'm teaching, I wasn't doing the exact word for word what I'm doing when I'm actually doing it for somebody. But I would have asked them during the conversation, it's a good chance you're going to get back more money. What would you do with that extra money? So you already know what you're up against. Some people are going to say pay off debt. Some people are going to say, oh man, I'm going to pay for little Susie to join ballerina. She always wanted to do that and I haven't had the money. Some people are going to say, I want to pay off my car. Some people are going to say, I'm going to apply it towards my mortgage. Some people are going to say, I'm going to save it for my children's education. Some people are going to say, I'm going to put it in retirement. Whatever the case may be. Right here. You keep a file on them in your own cash flow strategies. So you know what their priorities are. You got all their information, you can fill it out. Because when you come back to them the following day, you're going to come back to them with a plan. You're going to come back with an illustration. Let me show you what an illustration will look like. All right, so this is somebody recently the other day. Like my wife goes, this guy is, okay, this is his child. Okay, hold on. This is an illustration that you're gonna be able to do through Transamerica. You got them through all the providers we use. We always try to take them Transamerica first because Transamerica is our sister company. Is our sister company, and we gotta say a praise the Lord real quick. One of my okay, sorry about that. Transamerica is our sister company, so they pay us 15% more than Nationwide and those other ones. So we always try to take them Transamerica first. Plus Transamerica is like A papers. Somebody's sick and stuff like that, they don't really do it. Now I'm going to tell you, our mentor, our direct sponsor in this business in WFG is one of the top money earners in the whole entire world. Okay, he's a 42-year-old guy's name is Mark Yu. He's at the highest EVC in WFG. And over the last few years, we became like family. So anytime that we need him, I'm going to be bringing him on a regular basis to help train you guys. If you're ever in Los Angeles, we can go out to dinner and all that kind of stuff. If you decide to go to the meetings and things of that nature, you can. I want you guys to think, I know we're doing this all virtual, but they have a couple meetings a year, big ones. or we recognize. So as you get recognized, it'd be nice to meet you guys at these meetings. You know, the money will be there for you to pay for them. You know, take a few days off and you know, wherever it's at, Hawaii or Dallas or Las Vegas or wherever. It gives us a chance to eat dinner and talk, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and fellowship and different things of that nature a few times a year. Because the majority of our business, we're one of the only virtual platforms in WFG. A lot of them do the meetings, the rallies, and different things of that nature on twice a week and all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to see you guys twice a year, and if you ever need to meet more, my wife and I don't mind hanging out anytime to meet anybody. Our schedule is we can work virtually, so you know it's not a problem. But just let me give you an idea. So you'll do an illustration like this, real simple. It takes 5 minutes to do it, and right here, we did. This is a guy's for his child, $50 a month. Give him $135,000. I think the child is like 3 years old. Here it is. Okay, so if you wanted one for him, his wife, and his son. So I did his wife at $100, gave her $207,000. She's 24. The son, 3 years old, $50. So that's $150. And then I did $300 for him, and $300 for him gave him like $600,000 or $700,000. So altogether, it's like $450 in policies, premiums a month. And just taking through somebody, a situation like this, he was a plumber out of Atlanta, 28-year-old guy. And we put about $600 back in his paycheck. And his cost of living in Atlanta is real low. So he was the best saver, but he was saving some money. And I was showing him what he was getting on his return, putting it in the bank. And then we showed him what this would do for him. And you're going to walk through this illustration. So we're going to have to do some illustrations. I'm going to need you guys to go through this. Now, I can talk to you about this kind of stuff, but I can't talk to people about numbers and things of that nature. I'm not licensed. If I get licensed, I'm going to start selling policies, and I'm not going to really be trying to be working on teams and things of that nature. So I have a lot of licenses in my family, my wife's license, my mother, my brothers, our children. I have a lot of places that we can direct policy. So I'm not licensed. So a lot of this stuff right here, I'm going to have my wife talk to you about. I'm going to bring in Mark Yu. I'm going to bring in Joanne. I'm going to bring in 6 to 7 figure earners to show you how to do this. Okay, this part here. Okay. All right. I'm marketing, leads, team building, and dreams. That's what I focus on. Teams and dreams. Okay, but I know this so well because I study a lot. Okay, so let's just look right here. So like when you know I'm going to be coaching you and mentoring you, if you got somebody on the phone and they need to break this down and you don't understand this yet, I can't break this down because I'm not licensed. Just so you know, I got to put that out there. So my wife will have to come in, but I trained my wife and everybody that I will give you, that I will offer support to you for, I've trained and are trained me, and I'm comfortable with them coaching you and mentoring you and leading you in the right direction, okay? But this will be the only time that we'll be disconnected. Other than that, I'm going to be just helping you guys professionally, personally, you know, helping you achieve your dreams and your goals. That's my focus, okay? So right here at 65, this guy has, okay, hold on. Let me go to another illustration. Hold on. All right, at 65, he put up at which one is this? It's $100 a month. So at 65, she's 24 now. She spent $49,000. She'll have cash value of $144,000 and a death benefit of 207. I'm gonna give you guys a quick story. We're almost done. I'm only gonna take within the next 9 minutes. We're gonna close out. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick story of how powerful a policy is from a real experience. I'm real heavy in real estate. That's my thing. I've moved to commercial real estate now. time to time, I do residential stuff from here to there. But I wanna tell you guys something. Back when the market was crashing, I was doing a lot of residential flips. And when the market crashed in like 8 and 9, you know, we held on for about 6 months making payments, but the banks weren't lending money, so we couldn't sell it to our customers. And none of our customers were cash buyers. They all needed loans. At that point, we just gave our property back to the lenders. Our lenders gave it back to their lenders. And their lenders gave it back to their lenders. It was a mess. Okay? So about a month or two after we gave back all our properties, one of the guys in my group came to me and started asking me questions about properties we gave back. His name was Delano. I was like, why are you asking questions about this? I mean, I'm not even thinking about that stuff no more. We gave it back. It's making me sick to my stomach that we had to give it back. But we couldn't sell them. And we weren't going to just keep servicing them, drain our savings. So we were like, okay. So I told him, and he was like, yeah, because I'm buying them all, Damon. I'm saying, you're buying our whole portfolio? He said, yeah. I said, how much you paying for it? He said, 10%. I said, you're buying $25 million of property for like $2 million bucks. He's like, yeah. I said, how'd you do that? We're bleeding cash around here. How'd you pull that off? How'd you get a bank to lend to you? He goes, oh yeah, man, when I was a baby, my dad set me up with an insurance policy. When I hit 24, I mean, we're young. We're still in our 20s now. He's like 26, 27 at this point. I'm like 25 or something. And he's like, yeah, my dad left me a policy. And at the funeral, this insurance agent came to the funeral and said, hey, Delano, your dad left you a gift. And he handed me $1 million check. And I said, man, I don't know what to do with it. So he said, here, your dad also left you a note. So what this guy did is he had the father write down a note that gave instructions of Delano what to do with that $1 million. And the father got a $500 a month policy when he had his son. And so it says, son, if you're reading this letter, I left you in good hands. I'm not here. I pray that you know everything that I taught you. You believe in yourself. And, you know, he wrote him a nice little letter, intimate letter, you know, made him cry a little bit, you know. But son, here's $1 million check. But son, I don't want you to take this check and cash it. I want you to hand it back to the gentleman that gave it to you. I want you to hand it back to Anne Marie. I want you to hand it back to Bruce. I want you to hand it back to Marcelo. And he's going to put it into an annuity that's going to pay you a lifetime income. And so he did. He handed it back. He followed his father's instructions and he handed it back to him. The agent took the money, put it into an annuity that paid him $10,000 a month. He took that instrument, went to the bank, and said, I need a $2 million loan. They said, what do you have for collateral? He goes, I got this annuity. It pays me $10,000 a month. They looked at it, verified it. It's official. It's banked out. They said, okay. Well, based upon the way this trust and your estate is set up, you always got to have at least $6,000 a month coming to you that you can borrow against it. Because that way his father knows that he'll always have a house over his head and he can live 30 days at a time. If he failed every single month, on the first of every month, he got $6,000. He can make an apartment, a mortgage payment, and eat. And he can live 30 days at a time until he figures it out. So they said, okay, we'll give you $2 million at $4,000 a month, no prepay, and we'll give you the check right now. Where do you want us to wire the funds? He took the funds. He went and bought all our properties at $25 million, bought the properties, fixed them up, rented them out, waited till the market changed, sold $2 million worth of properties, paid off that money, and today is cash flowing over $60,000 on all those properties debt-free. And the portfolio is at $25 million. And all that happened because his father took out a $500 a month payment. The kid right now, we're in our 40s now. Last time I talked to him, he was buying Starbucks in airports around the country. Kid's sitting on about 70, $80 million right now. So you got to remember, stories sell, facts tell. So I want you guys to start developing stories. If you don't have stories, go find some online. If you want to have a story building session with me, I'll do that. But you have to talk about stories. Facts are boring. What about I told you, yeah, this one guy's father got him a policy, and today he's worth $50 million. That's interesting, but not really. But as I broke down the story to you, you got into it. A story just brings it in living color. So when you're selling, I'm gonna need you to develop stories because stories sell, facts tell. I got books on how to build stories. I'll show you where to get books on how to build stories. But you wanna be because they're interesting. People tell stories, people don't tell facts. If somebody's not gonna share that fact and be like, guess what? This one guy told me this one guy's father gave $500 and then he's $50 today, 20 years later. Nobody's gonna tell that. That's not interesting. Nobody else wants to hear about that. But you develop a good story. You find a good story. And if it's not even your story, you can say you read about this. Or somebody, you know, my friend Damon told me about this story. That's cool. It don't have to be your own story. But we have to have a story. Because when you're going in to sell this IUL at this point right here, you got to have a story. You want him to be a hero like Delano's father was to their children. And you want to have a good story because you're talking about death. You don't want to use scary. Like, you don't want your wife not to be able to pay the mortgage when you're dead, right? No, that's a nightmare. You don't want to bring a nightmare to the table. You don't want to be Freddy Krueger. You want to be inspirational. You want to solve the problem before it even affects them. So you're going to have an illustration like this. And if you just help somebody put $483 in their pocket, you want to do a policy for $100, $150, and $200. You don't want to take the whole $400. Even if they want to give it to you, you don't take it. Because if you take it, it's a good chance, because they're not a saver, that money isn't going to make it. They're going to cancel on you, and you're going to get a charge back sometime. So if you write the policy right, they'll keep it for life. And if you don't write it right, you're not benefiting them. You benefited your bank account temporarily. They're going to take the money from you on your next commission check. And then you got somebody else out in the street saying that don't work. And we know it does. That's why you guys took the time to get licensed, go through the schooling, and you have a desire to help people. Okay, so that's it for now. I want to stay in integrity. It's 1:30. I didn't want to go more than 1 hour. I'm at this point, I'm done. I'm willing to answer any questions you guys have and stay as long as you want.
Okay.
We're gonna schedule another one. I'm gonna record me doing one live so you can see it. I'm gonna send you guys out the forms to do this. We want to practice on ourselves, practice on our family, whatever, so you can start doing it. Practice. Just practice. It ain't about selling. It's not about that. Just practice. Because when I bring you customers, it's showtime.
Okay. By when do we do the campaigns, the marketing, and the customers? That way we can be 100% ready.
We can start pulling in customers as soon as you guys tell me you got this down.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the goal will be to be ready within a week.
Yeah, and I need you ready because when we start running commercials, I need you guys. I got quite a few teammates. You guys are some of our new class, and we have new classes coming in every single day. But I want to get you guys up to speed as quick and as soon as possible.
Perfect. I kind of getting down the thing with the W4 calculator. It's pretty good, pretty self-explanatory. On the insurance side, I mean, I know how to use the software with the FFIUL from when I used to be a broker. So that's, you know, that's already, that pretty much is going to save me a lot of a learning curve on that aspect.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together one of our product specialists, right? I either bring them from our WG office or I'm gonna get them directly from Transamerica. They'll come in and show you guys this kind of stuff. But start playing with it now. Write down your questions, please. And then when you have your questions, we'll make sure they get answered correctly. Okay? And we got support people that can help you with licensing and different things of that nature. We used to have them do everything, like you just send them a one-page application like this. Let me show you. You would just send them a one-page application like this, and they would take it from there. But what we were doing is, if there was ever any hiccups, you know, it would people, you know, it would stall a little bit. So we have people now at least learn how to put in the application into the software and then be able to communicate directly with Transamerica or Nationwide or whatever. And, but this is a one-page application that we take, and then you just enter in from this information. So we have it right here, and then I have it digital. I'm gonna be setting this up with you guys. I'm gonna be setting this thing up with you guys to have all this information in a little bit. I got a nice template. I'm gonna be doing that, and then also all the training that we're doing. I got a software called Trainio that has all the information in the videos and different things of that nature that you guys will be able to get this thing going. I want to make it real easy for your teammates to join on with you guys, because I'm gonna tell you right now, about 90% of agents, insurance agents, are looking for greener pastures. So as you're making money, and you know, you wanna talk about it. You know, you wanna talk about, you know, the success you're having and stuff like that. Not in a braggadocious way, but in a way to where you can talk to other agents and say, look, if you join me, you don't have to struggle. But you want to be talking like that. You know, you're going to meet these people. You know, in your areas, even though we're virtual, if you don't mind going out, getting some fresh air every now and then, you know, I like to develop a meetup group for you. You can meet up at Disney. I mean, like at Denny's or something. You know what I'm saying? If this is something that you like, I would like to do that and help you market that. You could do that once a month, where you just have, you know, you have people just come to get instant pay raises, and you just, you know, you're sitting right there in your local area helping them out. You know, if that's something that you like, you don't have to do that. We are 100% virtual, but I just like to be able to offer that to you. So there's a lot of different things that we can do to help you. And like I said, we're committed to helping you. We're not just, you know, our main focus is virtual. So that allows us to be able to operate everywhere at any time. But if you do want to do some ground campaigns and stuff like that, we can sit down, do a consultation, and we can put together a campaign for you. Okay?
I have a quick question on the Transamerica. Now, Transamerica has the Life Company and then the Premier Life Company. Are we using both of those?
Yeah.
And then how do we actually get that software through WFG? Or do we just get that through? So if we're working with WFG as the IMO, are we downloading the software for the Transamerica policy software through WFG, or do we get it through Transamerica? I don't have it.
I'm gonna have my wife work with you on that to get you signed up with her on the insurance end.
Okay. And then the other question that I had quickly is, what is the expectation, once we're up to speed, what is the expectation on how many these appointments we can be given on a weekly basis?
Well, the expectation is I want to make sure my immediate goal is to make sure that you cash flow. That means you actually take home, no matter where your contract is at, that you're taking home $10,000 a month. That's my immediate goal.
Okay.
Far as giving you appointments, I see, I mean, with the campaigns and the marketing that we have coming up, based upon our history, we're really going to be, we're going to have more, we're going to have a people problem, put it that way, as far as people to be able to help these people. We're not going to have a lead problem.
Okay.
So I'm going to need, you know, I'm going to really, I need everybody to, you know, to run hard and really, you know, maybe take as many meetings as they possibly can a day. Remember, a meeting is only 15, 20 minutes. The follow-up is 20 to 30 minutes when you sell them to IUL. Now, I haven't even showed you that, like, okay, I just kind of like introduced the IUL to you there, but you get the application from them on a trial basis. So you tell them, look, after you talk to them about the IUL, you tell them, look, this, my wealthy clients put money in this. This isn't available to everybody. Not everybody gets this, and that's true. With Transamerica, only 7 out of 10 that apply actually get it. And so you tell them, look, I'm going to do my best to get you approved for this. So I like to take an application and see if I can get this, if I can get you these numbers that we're looking at right here. And then you tell them, if you pay the $200 right now, which you have in your account, because we just put back $500 a month. But if you pay $200 right now, whether you get denied or accepted, you're covered right now. So if you get denied, they'll give you back your $200. If you don't get denied, you get approved. Huh? What'd you say?
Are you going to go out now?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's
I'm just in the middle of a meeting here.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on, and we're gonna cover that. I'm gonna have to be Marcelo, Bruce, Anne-Marie, you're fairly new. Bruce and Marcelo have been with us for a few weeks, so I'm gonna be speeding up a little bit. You're in their class. I have classes going on. I try to keep them between 3 to 5 people so everybody can get, you know, questions answered and stuff like that. So I'll add a couple more people to this class here. But when we get done with this, you always compete. You always, you know, I'll give you the schedule of all the other classes, and you always can jump in if you want refresher stuff going on.
Oh, excellent.
And then if any time you have questions, give me a call. You're my priority. Okay?
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. So are there any other questions before we end?
Not for me.
Okay. All right. So we're going to touch bases here. Marcelo wants to get this thing done next week.
Okay. Okay,
So,
perfect. Are we ready?
So I'm down next week. But what I like to do before I start giving you leads, I like for you to go ahead and to do a role play with us on one of us in this class here. To where you're actually walking through, you're talking to them. I want to see what's going on. Okay? And as soon as you feel confident.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. As soon as you feel confident that you can relay this information, because we only got one shot with these people. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's a matter of future generations of poverty. If we get it wrong, we really, 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 really sometimes affected people in a very negative way. So when we get with these people, see, you got to remember, like most of the insurance people, they always like you to mess with people that are like your friends and family because, you know, they know like, okay, you're not a financial genius. You were just, you know, you were driving trucks last week. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So they're like, they'll work with you a little bit. But these people are talking to you because you are a financial wealth coach. I'm promoting you as a financial wealth coach. So they have very high expectations of you. We cannot drop the ball. Because if we drop the ball, we can't practice on new people is what I'm trying to basically tell you, okay? So I'm willing to work with you until you get it down. But I want to hear you before we go ahead and release these people to you. I'd like to hear you, and I would like each of us in this group to sign off on everybody. And I don't want us to be like just like super critical negative, but I want us to be real.
Yes, so
Yes.
that we're helping each other.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So when we're doing a presentation, this class right here, right now, is 3 you guys in this class. I'm probably going to add 2 more people, and then I'm going to cut off this class, this group right here, the class. It won't be more than a class of 5. And when you do the presentation, everybody sign off. They're going to say what they liked about you, what they didn't like, what you could do better, what you did great. You take that feedback, you get better and better and better and better and better and better.
Right.
Because within 90 days to 120 days, I want you to be sitting where I'm at. I got to move out the way.
Oh,
And I want you to be developing a team. I want you to be training a team. I want you to be talking about a team. You're going to have the results. You're going to have the money in your bank. You're going to have the promotions. You're going to have all that. Let's get that done in the next 3 to 4 months. And then just be excited. Be excited.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, when you're excited, people get excited.
Yeah, this is exactly what I want and what I was looking for. I'm very happy with this.
Good. I'm glad. So it was definitely a pleasure, you guys, and I look forward to working with each of you. And Marcelo, thank you for setting the goal of next week.
Thank you.
Today is a Wednesday. Can we get back together maybe on a Friday? This Friday for about an hour?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Friday will be good.
Okay. Let's just call it around the same time. I'll probably be on the road, but I can always work from the road, so I'll be good. And we'll just pull back into here Friday. And by then, let me show you guys where some videos are. So if you go to teamfaithtraining.com, teamfaithtraining.com, okay? This is going to take you to this website right here, okay? And if you go right here to non-licensed business partner, step 1, you click that. And you go right here on how to income shift materials and examples, right here. Just hit this link. Okay. I got some videos here. Okay. I got instructions here, step by step on how to do what we just did. Okay. On the IRS website. Now, since I did this a few months ago, the IRS changed their website from the IRS calculator to the IRS. It's called the IRS withdrawal estimator now. So it's a little bit different. So the buttons are going to be a little bit different. So I got to go back in there and do it. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I'm probably going to do it not this weekend, but next weekend. I'll make the adjustments on it. But this is going to give you a good roadmap, okay? This is good. Okay? All right? And then there's all these videos right here. Right here, I did a $30,000 income shift role play with somebody. And then right here where it says Mr. Alvin Curry, these 4 videos here, this is the founder of MyEcon. He came into the Eagles Nest. I used to do the Eagles Nest every day from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 10 hours a day. And I would normally have about 50 people in there. And I would just be doing continuously training. I'm focusing more now on insurance agents. I still have somebody in the room. He was in here earlier when we got on. His name is Joe. He helps people set up the different MyEcon stuff. Okay? But there's some videos. If you haven't watched these videos, I recommend you watch these videos right here.
Oh, that sounds great.
This is Mr. Curry explaining. He is like the founder of this whole income shifting revolution. So it's like incredible. Okay. So, he's there. And then he's a close personal friend. We talked last night. If you guys ever want to talk to him, he's available. I can bring him on. Matter of fact, he told me, he's like, Damon, I want to come back into the Eagles Nest at least twice a week, at least a morning and an evening, to help you and your team. I want to give you more support because you guys are really helping a lot of people, and I want, Immediately when we got into this business, he flew out from Atlanta to come see us in California to show us the whole vision of this thing. Because I originally got involved in MyEcon just to generate leads for my wife and her team, which is you guys. That's it. I wasn't even thinking about it for money or anything. Since I've talked with him, and he became my personal mentor in this, we're now developing a multi-million-dollar passive MyEcon income. So we're on the way right now to get 10,000 subscriptions underneath us. It'd pay us $1.5 million a year passively.
Bam.
So there's a lot of money in the MyEcon business, just so you know. Okay? And I make it so easy for people to win with us and desire, like, look at this. I'm going to show you guys this. This right here pulls in so much business, it's not even funny. So I used to, I told you I'm in the real estate. I'm almost done here. I told you I was in the real estate. So, most of the houses, when I first started off, I started renovating and we're in the hood, in the ghettos. Well, the only people that want to move to the ghettos are people that live in the ghetto. So I had to come into the ghetto and I had to fix everybody's credit. So I learned the credit repair game just astronomically. I know it. I'm probably one of the top 10 authorities in credit repair in this nation. I haven't marketed credit repair in over 10 years because I'm not in the mortgage business anymore. I only do commercial mortgages now, not residential. So, but I'm telling you right now, I get at least 5 people a month that call me and say, yeah, you fixed my guy's credit 10 years ago and stuff like that. And I'm just like, where you coming from? I charge people, if I fix their credit, $1,500 minimum, up to $4,000. That's how much I don't want to do credit. Okay. So what I've done is the MyEcon system, they have the best system that I've ever seen when it comes to do-it-yourself credit repair. They have the best I've seen. And I want you, if you have credit issues or you know anybody that has a credit issue, I need you to take this serious right here. My credit system right here, your back office. In the back office, you're going to see this credit repair system. Now, I made it so easy to where I have one of my assistants process people's credit for them just because they got a membership with MyEcon for free. So they go right here to fix that FICO. Start here. This service is provided to team members of Team Faith, the $105,000 challenge, and the National Employees Awareness Alliance. I allow people to send, cash out my wife $10 or something if they want us to give it to our processors. If not, we cover the fees. I don't care. But here's the information on how to do that right here. Right here. Now, in order, when we do the first round of letters for them to send out for their credit, we're not doing the second round of letters unless they schedule a 15-minute wealth coach call with you. So it's some people coming in just to get their credit fixed for $49 and $34 a month, which is an incredible savings. But you got a chance, you're gonna get a chance to show them value and stuff like that. So I have so many different campaigns and leads coming in from so many different places. So it's very important to me that you guys get this down, you take it serious, and you really, really impact people's lives in a positive manner so we can continue to get referrals. And people can, I'm telling you, somebody saying, hey, those people right there took care of me, that goes a lot farther than almost any other marketing we can do. So here they schedule a wealth coach call right here. You're gonna have their name, their number, their email address. I'll forward this to you. You schedule a time for them. Because we're going to hold back what they want until they do a well coach call. Because it's like you got to buy a policy from us to get support. No. But you got to increase your financial IQ. We got to help you. We're on a financial literacy campaign to empower and help 1 million people become financial literate in the next few years. So whether you use the information or not doesn't matter. But at least you have it. And it just makes sense for them to take the solutions that you're offering them. Because it just makes sense. So don't get discouraged if somebody says, nah, I don't believe in insurance. I had people say, man, I don't believe in insurance. No, I don't believe in it. It's against my religion. I've heard everything. Don't get discouraged. Just say next. And just give them good support. I remember, I'm going to end with this story here. Story, sell, facts, tell. I made my first million. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and about 21, 22. I started a valet parking business. For the first 6 months, I was averaging $6 a day. I actually went homeless. I was sleeping in a 1989 VW Jetta. The door didn't even work on the driver's side. I was sleeping in the back of a Martini Bar's lot, showering at Crunch Gym on Piedmont and Peachtree. Okay, and I went every single day, and I went to restaurants, nightclubs, bars, everything. Asked them, will you let us valet? And they said, no. Everybody told me no. You had no experience. No, we can't take a risk on you. No. I didn't get discouraged. I just went next. And eventually, there's one guy couldn't afford a valet service. He had inherited a bar and had no valet, a Martini bar. And he said, will you take this and work it? I can't pay you anything. And I worked it. I made $6 a day. Within 6 months, I was making $42,000 a week take home. I had took that one little opportunity right there, and I put bow tie on. I dressed in a tuxedo, and I brought in my teammates from college. I called the company Collegiate Valet. I recruited in the colleges: Georgia Tech, Georgia State, Morehouse, Clark. And I brought in them. I trained them how to do customer service, and we grew it to $1 million business in less than a year. But you can't get discouraged. I got the door slammed in my face so many times. People telling me, "Will you stop talking to me?" I'd be sitting at 5 o'clock at the door, the service entrance at the restaurant, with a suit and a briefcase with a presentation, and they'd be like, "Didn't I tell you yesterday no?" I said, "Yeah, but maybe you just changed your mind. Maybe your valet did something that upset you. I need a shot." Don't get discouraged. Stay positive, and I promise you, I swear to you, you are going to get your blessings. You're going to get your blessings. And what you're doing for people's lives is you're changing them. You're changing them. People are sleeping better at night. People are developing wealth and how stressful is it? You guys have seen it. Somebody dies and they got to go to GoFundMe or pass the hat around to bury somebody. Like, you guys are changing that. So what you're doing, I got the utmost respect for it. But just don't get discouraged if everybody doesn't see it, okay? That's not for everybody. But we make it to where you're going to end up closing 8 out of 10 deals. I'm just telling you now. That's about the numbers we're getting.
How many?
8 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Yeah, because your fallout number is $100. See, nowadays, $100 to give people dinner for 2. $100 is a cheap date. So everybody got $100 laying around. They can probably find that in their couch. So your fallout number, if they don't do the 200, 300, 400 or whatever, you always have that $100 illustration in there and say, let's just start you at the $100. They'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I can get you 150 grand for $100. Cool. It bills tax free. Cool. No problem. And then you deal with them in 3 to 6 months. They're like, yo, $100 was a piece of cake. I got 200 more. You just give them another policy. Instead of having them increase their policy, get a new policy. So 8 out of 10 people are gonna go. Okay? So your fallout number, 3 out of 10 are gonna go for the fallout number. 7 out of 10 that do it are gonna go for whatever you recommend. But you gotta write it right. If you write it according to you getting paid, you're gonna end up with chargebacks. You're gonna be pissed. Okay? All right, guys, have a great day. God bless.
Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.